guys, I'm Sarah from Sincerely Sarah D, and today I'm going to teach you a tutorial on hanging fabric with liquid starch. For this particular project, you just need fabric, liquid starch, and I like to apply my starch with a roller, but you can use a brush depending on how large the space is. And then of course you probably need a pair of scissors to cut the fabric. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick a fabric, and I've used, this is a heavyweight upholstery fabric. It's 100% cotton, but keep in mind that it will shrink because it's 100% cotton and you're going to get it wet. And so I always, when I measure the space, I always allow for several inches of extra. And so I'm just doing it with like a tiny little piece just to show you how to do this. But what I've done is I've put a little liquid starch in my tray, and when I did a large scale piece, I placed this on my tile floor and I just used the roller and applied the starch to the floor. You can do it in a tub if you want to contain the mess and you don't have tile, because you definitely don't want to do it on a wood floor or carpeting. But you just rub the liquid starch, you roll it all along the back of the fabric, and it basically is just going to soak the fabric. So once you have the entire piece of fabric soaked with starch, you can begin the hanging process. I have just a dry, clean space here, and what we're going to do is we have our fabric, which has been drenched with liquid starch, and you're just going to apply it by just placing it where you want it to be. Now this is a much smaller piece than if you're actually doing the wall, and the fabric gets really, really heavy and it gets kind of difficult to hang. This is the hardest part of the whole tutorial. And so thumbtacks are a great little tool to use. And so if this is the top of my wall where it hits the ceiling, you're just going to go ahead and hang as level as you can your fabric, and then you can place these thumbtacks to kind of hold the fabric in place. And then from there, you just rub the fabric, and you're just going to kind of go in downward motions, getting all those bubbles, air pockets out of the fabric. And when you hang it too, if this is the ceiling line, you want to allow for a little extra space, because once it dries, you can go back through with a knife and cut away any extras or little threads that you have. And let it dry, and then you have a fabric wall. Here's my finished product. I did it in my half bath. This is the fabric wall that's been hung with starch. And originally I had done the whole wall, and then when we added this wall treatment, we took off this bottom half, and I just cut with a razor blade and pulled it away, so it's super easy to remove. It did no damage. This is the actual drywall. You can see it, and it did no damage to the drywall. So it's a great wall treatment for renters as well as homeowners.